Hi, this is Sharma, author of The Leader Who Had No Title, founder of the Titan Academy. Welcome to this mastery session, which I'm calling How Business Titans Do It. So Nelson Mandela is a titan of humanity. Mozart is a titan of music. Edison or Einstein are titans of inventing and science. What I want to really dial into in this mastery session is how do the best of the best in business achieve their staggeringly noticeable results? And I'm going to dive right into the first one, which is the best of the best in business, whether it's an Elon Musk, whether it's a Steve Jobs, whether it's, those great celebrity CEOs or massively successful entrepreneurs. Almost every single one of them have bulletproofed their interior life. And what I really mean by that is you can change the world in terms of being a business titan, or you can get knocked down, everyone throws a rock at you. You don't get to do both. And so the starting point of being a titan in business is developing an interior core where when people laugh at you, they dismiss your impossible dream. They think it'll never happen. They will say you can't do it. They have you questioning yourself, so your mind starts to fill with self-doubt. You actually have such a strong interior core. You stay true to your ambition, you stay focused, and you dismiss the naysayers. So that really is all about interior bulletproofing. And how do you do that? It's about reading the autobiographies of people who've done it. It's about listening to the right podcasts that fuel your positivity. It's about protecting your mindset, protecting your heart set, protecting your energy. It's about taking the time to work on yourself and even noticing what things activate my fear. And rather than running away from the things that activate your fear, going into them, breathing into them. Because when you sit with a fear and notice the fear no longer has any more power over you. And the more time you can spend on your interior life, bulletproofing your mindset, bulletproofing your emotions, taking care of your physical life through fitness and the proper nutrition and getting enough rest. And the more you can actually strengthen your spiritual core, so you're living for a cause larger than yourself. I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you have not discovered something you are willing to die for, then you're not fit to live. And if you want to be a titan in business, just imagine if you have developed this compelling cause that is so much larger than your own ego, something that is so massively attractive to you as a human being that you would take a bullet for it. You literally will be undefeatable. The second way that business titans do it, they stay in their own lane. When you stay in your own lane, you have no competition. When you stay true to your own vision for your future, for your business, you have no industry peers. You see, we get really trapped a lot of the time because we measure our success by what our industry peers are doing. We get knocked off our focus by thinking about the competition. But you really want to stay true to your vision. You want to stay in your own lane. You want to stick to your own knitting, as I sometimes say to the clients that come to my Titan Summit every year, which is our flagship event. But the key is, we live in a world where we are afflicted by interruption and addicted to distraction. You want to be a titan in business? You really need to wire in a monomaniacal fidelity to your loftiest vision. What do I mean by that? You really need to create a tight bubble of total focus around your thinking and around your focus and around your energy, so that none of the shiny toys of the moment get through that porous bubble. You want to stay so focused on your dream, so focused on your goals. You want to really protect your mindset. And that's really what business titans do. They stay in their own lane. Okay? They're not always distracted. They don't always chase the opportunity at the moment. They say, here is my vision, here is my priority, and they build a monomaniacal focus around that. Third thing that business titans do, they understand that income earned is a result of value delivered. You see, the marketplace rewards contribution. What the average performer does in business, it's all about the cash grab. How can I deliver the least amount of value and get the most amount of cash? And that is a recipe for a very short career. If you want to rise to iconic, you want to really be a business titan, you really want to own your industry, you really want to rock your field, here's what you do. You run the philosophy I call the 10x value obsession. It has allowed my clients to build fortunes in business. And the 10x value obsession is this. Wake up every morning, or when you go to your office, relentlessly coach your team to think about one key idea. How can we deliver 10 times the value that our clients expect for what we give them? You see, again, most business people are stuck in scarcity. Okay, they think there's not a lot of money and there's not a lot of resources and they're all about the competition and they're really coming from a place of great fear. Titans are fundamentally different. They're not about scarcity, they're about generosity. And so they run the 10x value obsession. That's their dominant philosophy. How can I deliver 10 times the value my clients expect, whether it's through the user experience on the website, whether it's through the product. I mean, the product is so robust, it gives so much value. Maybe it's through customer service, but the way they do business is really their mindset. How can I give my customer 10 times the value that they're paying for? Now, if you do that consistently, what happens? You don't just have customers, you have fanatical followers. You don't just have a business, you create a movement. And again, I'm going to challenge you with great love and respect. Don't be about building a business. That's what the average business person does. Be a titan. Be all about creating a movement. And the third way that titans do that is they run the 10x value obsession. The fourth way that business titans do it, they install the NSI mentality. What does NSI stand for? Well, it's an acronym, and I love my acronyms. NSI, never stop improving. You see, building a great company is less about revolution. You know, it's less about one big project or innovation that allows you to own the game. If you look at the best companies on the planet today, they're all about incremental improvements done consistently every single moment. You see, building a great organization is really less about revolution, and it's much more about evolution. Small, daily optimizations and iterations done consistently over time lead to a world-class company. NSI, never stop improving. So you look at titans, everywhere they go, it's all about improving. They want to improve their mentality, they want to improve their health, they want to improve the way that they work in terms of their craft. They're always trying to coach and mentor their teams because the job of a leader is to build more leaders. They're always improving the business, Michael Gerber's idea, not just working in it, but working on it. But I just really want you to remember that if you want to be a titan, and I know you do, it's all about NSI. Think about relentless optimization around the most important elements of your organization. Which brings me to the fifth way that business titans own their game. And how did they do that? It's what I call learned relentlessness. You know, Martin Seligman, one of the preeminent researchers and thinkers in positive psychology, has a term called learned optimism. And I'm putting a little spin on it, and I've been teaching it recently, and people have really resonated with it, which is relentlessness is a muscle. A lot of people say, Robin, you know, when I encounter a roadblock in business, as an entrepreneur, as a business builder, I don't know why, but I get knocked off my game. I get discouraged. I want to throw in the towel. And what I teach people right now at my live events and my online courses is simply this. Being a titan is a lot about building the right muscles. And relentlessness, persistence, grit is a muscle. How do you get great at lifting weights? You practice and you build the muscle. We know now from neuroplasticity, the brain is very much like a muscle. If you want to build a better brain, you flex the muscle by doing the right things. So in the same way, I want you to really dial into the idea of learned relentlessness. How do you become absolutely relentless and unstoppable and undefeatable as you make the ascent to your loftiest ambitions as a business person? You practice it every day. I mean, that's the opportunity to be a titan. You get knocked down, the victim sees it as failure. You see it as fuel to get stronger, braver, and unstoppable. So really think about this and deconstruct in your journal later tonight this concept I've been sharing recently about learned relentlessness. Learning how to be relentless through daily practice so the muscle of relentlessness and undefeatability gets stronger and stronger. Number 6, the sixth way the business titans own their game. NSL, another one of my acronyms that I've been teaching a lot recently. NSL, what does NSL stand for? Never stop learning. Look, one of the best things I've done in my life, and I am absolutely no guru, but I adore learning. And I understand that education is inoculation against disruption. We live in a very volatile time right now in terms of the global economy, in terms of society at large. And how can you really bulletproof your mindset and your heart set and your organization? How can you really protect your assets of energy, focus, and self-discipline? It's about learning. You see, when I advise the billionaires, when I coach the people that come to my Titan Summit every single year, in my Titan Summit, it happens over 4 days, every single December, and some of the best people in the world in terms of business builders and innovators and industry leaders and humanitarians. I mean, some of the most successful people on the planet try to get into that room every single year. And when I work with these people, and when I get to know these people, and when I help them build their fortunes and world-class companies, the one thing I realize is they understand the value of learning. They understand the value of investing in themselves, because ultimately you can never rise higher and achieve any more than the level of your self-identity. I mean, if you see yourself deep within, sometimes unconsciously, in terms of your interior story and narrative, if your story is, well, you know what, I'm average, I can't be one of the great ones in business, the people I admire are cut from a different cloth, well, then obviously your daily behavior will reflect your deepest beliefs. And so the real work to be done is in your interior story, your inner narrative, your self-identity, okay? And one of the best ways to work on that is through learning. How do you learn even how to build a great company? You learn how other people did it. And once you learn the strategy and how they hired the right people, how they developed world-class products, and how they disrupted their fields, when you see that and you realize, you know what, these people are actually not so different than I am, you learn their strategy, you learn their tactics, but also there are few things as valuable as seeing someone else's example. So the acronym NSL really is about the 2X, 3X mindset. To double your income and impact, triple your investment in 2 core areas: your personal mastery and your professional capacity. What do I mean by that? Double your investment in you becoming stronger and braver and wiser and more confident and more fearless and more loving. And also in your professional education, becoming so good at what you do that you become the undisputed heavyweight champion of your craft. Which brings me to the final way that Titans do it. Number 7, know your mighty mission. You really want to dial into a purpose that not only touches you intellectually, but that touches you emotionally and even spiritually. And all of the great business builders, it's not just the humanitarians like Nelson Mandela or Mahatma Gandhi or a Jonas Salk or a Mother Teresa. The best of the best in business are really not fueled by income. They're not driven by ego. Yes, we're all human. We all have some of that. But the icons, the true titans, they were driven by a mighty mission, something deep within them. They had developed and locked into some kind of an idea, some kind of a concept. Maybe it was a business idea that would help billions of people. Maybe it was an app that would allow people to do something in their lives a lot easier. Maybe it was a product that brought people joy or was of such ridiculous utility that it changed the way they did business. I don't know what your disruptive product is or your big idea is, but here's the key idea. When you lock into it, not from the reason of your mind, the intellectual part of your brain, but you go deeper and you lock into it emotionally and viscerally and spiritually. So it becomes a cause that touches your core. Something deep within you will shift. It's like a switch will go on. And you will tap into something so much bigger than your brain, so much bigger than making money, so much bigger than becoming famous, so much bigger than those tiny ego pursuits that keep you small. And you start to lock into your heroic ambition. And that's when you wake up at 4 a.m. while your peers are asleep, counting sheep. And that's when you develop this fire in the belly that allows you to run through walls. And where other people see problems, you see possibilities. And your fire becomes so contagious that everyone around you gets enrolled with that vision. And that's when you tap into your interior greatness that makes you truly unstoppable. So the 7th thing that business titans really do is they discover a mighty mission. Don't just do an idea because it will make you money. That is a recipe for failure. At my Titan Summit stage last year, I had the iconic NBA superstar Shaq on the stage with me, and I interviewed him. And he said it because he's an entrepreneur as well. And he said, when I did things for money, they never worked out. When I did things because they were fun, which is really about passion, which is really about doing things that fuel your joy, he said, that's when I made the fortune and became really successful. So I know I've shared a lot with you in this mastery session. I've shared a lot of inspiration, hopefully. I hope my energy and my love for you and my encouragement for you, I hope it's palpable and you really feel it. I hope I've shared some real insights that will allow you to dial into owning your game within your industry. And I hope you feel my love, because ultimately to be a Titan is to work with love, to develop the talents of your people with love, to serve your marketplace with love, to create products at a level of craft, which is really about love, and to bring on such ridiculous value to the world that the entire world feels your love. And if you do that, you really do build a movement versus just a business. Okay, go out and rock your craft, own your game, and I'll talk to you in the next mastery session. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Robin Sharma. I hope you received great value from this mastery session. If you'd like to receive potent training videos, blog posts, learning tools, and information on my 2 live events, Personal Mastery Academy and my flagship 4-day experience, the Titan Summit, go ahead and visit robinsharma.com.